The air in the Emperor's throne room was thick with the stench of ozone and the acrid tang of dying power. The Emperor Palpatine, a figure of pure malevolence, had just been flung into the Death Star's core, his cackling laughter replaced by a final, guttural shriek. Chaos erupted. Explosions ripped through the superweapon, structural integrity failing, alarms blaring a frantic, desperate warning. Debris rained down, and the very floor beneath Luke Skywalker's feet began to tremble violently. The path to escape was clear, a desperate dash to his waiting shuttle before the entire battle station became a tomb. But Luke didn't move, not immediately at least. His gaze wasn't fixed on the exit. It was fixed on the fallen form of Darth Vader, the man who had been his relentless antagonist, now lying broken and vulnerable, his life slipping away. This was the precipice, the moment of decision. In that moment, with death looming, Luke's first instinct wasn't survival, it was salvation. He didn't think of himself, of the desperate race against time to save his own skin. No, his gaze, full of a heartbreaking empathy, fell upon his father, Anakin Skywalker, who had just redeemed himself by saving his son. The heavy, iconic black armor, now fractured and smoking, was a burden of a different kind, a physical manifestation of decades of darkness and pain. Luke knelt, his face etched with determination. He knew he had to get Anakin out. It was a mission born not of strategy, but of profound love. Imagine the scene, the tremors intensifying, the distant wail of alarms growing louder, the very air thick with the dust of crumbling metal. Luke, exhausted from the intense duel with the Emperor, from the emotional turmoil of confronting his father, began to drag Anakin's massive frame across the floor. The suit, designed for intimidation and power, was cumbersome, its weight immense. Every inch gained was a monumental effort. He wasn't just pulling a body, he was pulling a lifetime of galactic suffering, a symbol of tyranny, and the ghost of a lost hero. He struggled with the respirator, his father's labored breathing a constant reminder of the precious, dwindling moments they had left. He could have left him. It would have been rational. It would have been understandable. Who would blame him? The Death Star was about to explode. But for Luke, leaving his father behind was never an option. It was a choice that transcended the physical realm, reaching into the very core of his being. This wasn't a tactical retreat, it was an act of pure, unadulterated love. It was the ultimate defiance of the Emperor's dark philosophy that preached only self-interest and power. The goal was never just to defeat Darth Vader, the terrifying Sith Lord who had terrorized the galaxy. Many would have considered that victory enough. But for Luke, the mission was always to save Anakin Skywalker, the good man his father once was, the Jedi Knight lost to the dark side. He had accomplished this mission not with the flash and fury of his lightsaber, which he had so bravely cast aside earlier, but with the quiet, unwavering power of his heart. His refusal to fight his father, his persistent belief in his redemption, and now his desperate attempt to save his broken body were all manifestations of this profound truth. This act of selfless love, performed in the face of certain death, is the ultimate proof of Luke's intrinsic goodness. It's a powerful final lesson, one that extends far beyond the confines of a galaxy far, far away. The true victory wasn't merely the defeat of an evil empire, but the salvation of a soul. Luke didn't just defeat Vader, he brought Anakin home. And as he finally managed to lift Anakin's weakening body onto the waiting shuttle, the last breath escaping his father's lips as his mask was removed, Luke understood. The battle was won, not just on the grand scale of galactic conflict, but within the soul of one man. This moment, this selfless act of carrying his father through a collapsing inferno, is the ultimate proof of Luke Skywalker's character, his goodness, and his unwavering belief in the inherent good within everyone, even the most fallen. His true victory wasn't over a foe, but over despair. It was a victory of compassion over hatred, forgiveness over vengeance, and love over fear. He didn't just defeat evil, he redeemed it. He didn't just win a fight, he saved a soul. And in doing so, he showed us that the greatest power isn't in a weapon, but in an open heart. This story of Luke and Anakin, of sacrifice and redemption, continues to inspire us. What are your thoughts on this pivotal moment in cinematic history? Did Luke's actions resonate with you as deeply as they did with us? We'd love to hear your perspectives in the comments below. If you enjoyed this thoughtful journey into the heart of a hero, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more explorations into the stories that shape us. Until next time, may the Force be with you.